Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from Introduction to Discourse section 3, and today my group are going to present you guys about the grammar and the syntax. And my name is SANISA. I will be present about the introduction of grammar and also the syntax. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, here we are. So here is the infographic that my group made it. Okay, let me zoom. Okay, let me start about the meaning of the grammar. So grammar is the set of structural rules governing the composition of clauses, phrases, and words in any given natural language. The term refers also to the study of such rules, and this field includes morphology, syntax, and phonology. It often complemented by phonetics, semantics, and pragmatics. From my point of view, by knowing the grammar, it will help people to understand and create meaningful sentences, and also grammar helps to make it clear to the reader what is being expressed. So here's the meaning of the grammar. Okay, and move to the syntax here. So what does syntax mean? Syntax is the set of rules for arranging words into meaningful sentences and fit together and create in paragraph. So syntax will determine the word order and basic sentence structure. So each language has a specific syntax that tells the speaker and the listener which parts of the sentence come first to help them make sense of what is being said. So is it the guidelines that people use when speaking and writing so that the sentences are understandable and also coherent? And that's all for my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, and my name is SYAFINAZ. So we have arrived at the part where we want to discover what is the meaning and the differences between part of speech and synthetic categories. Before we can jump directly into the differences between part of speech and synthetic categories, we need to know first what is the definition of the part of speech and synthetic categories. The meaning of part of speech is about any of the groups into which words are separated, relying upon their utilization according to traditional grammar. In a simple word, it means any of the words will belong to the groups according to their usage. For example, like Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur is a name for a place. Therefore, it belongs to nouns because nouns name any place, animal, human being, objects. Yeah, some sort of thing. And also, if we can do another example, is about verb. Verb is an action of a well-being or something like eating. Eating is a verb because it represents an action. Yeah, something like that. And as for synthetic categories, it's about a collection of words and or sentences in a language that share a large number of similar features. What can I say about synthetic categories is that it depends on the sentences. For example, we have to look at the whole example before we can put the words into their phrasal categories. Yeah, and here we are, where we will know the differences between part of speech and synthetic categories. The first difference is about in terms of meaning. Part of speech is literally putting the words into the group in accordance with the meaning of the words, while synthetic categories will have to look at the sentence to classify the words before labeling them with phrasal categories. Like I have explained in the definition, part of speech is just literally putting the words into the group upon their usage, while synthetic categories will look at the sentences to classify the words before putting them into their phrasal categories. The second differences is about through synthetic behavior and semantics. It is quite easy to identify part of speech as we only need to know the meaning of the groups and words. But synthetic categories can be identified through synthetic behavior and not by semantic. Here is a bit easy and difficult. It's easier for parallel speech since I have mentioned we only need to know the meaning of the words in the group, while synthetic categories we have to know not by semantic but by the behavior, the characteristics, something like that. And the last differences is about true evidence between these two ways of defining word groups is that synthetic categories generally depend on proper usage to define categories, whereas labels of parallel speech can only be applied without any purpose.
My name is Zaakyah and I will continue our presentation. My friends have explained about the meaning of grammar, the meaning of syntax, the differences between parts of speech, and syntactic categories. Now I will show you the example from a simple sentence which explained with syntactic categories point of view. I have provided you a tree diagram here, and our sentence today is the cat ate the mouse. In English sentence, it's always made from noun phrase and verb phrase. Noun phrase, of course, it's at least contains of noun and it may contains of determiner, adjective, or others. And verb phrase, of course, at least we have verb, and the other it may be an adjective, an adverb, or another noun phrase. Okay, now the cat ate the mouse here. Cat is a noun, and we have the here. The as a determiner, and the cat here is make noun phrase because it contains of determiner and a noun. And now we have ate the mouse. So the cat ate the mouse. Ate here is a verb, and the mouse is a noun phrase which is contains determiner and a noun. This determiner and the noun make a noun phrase, and this verb and this another noun phrase make a verb phrase. And at the mouse is a verb phrase. This noun phrase, the cat, and this verb phrase, at the mouse, become one sentence, one complete sentence. Noun phrase, which the sentence contains of noun phrase and verb phrase. The cat ate the mouse. Okay, that's all. The explanation about the example today. You can explore your own sentence and then refer to our explanation for the better understanding of syntactic categories and the tree diagram. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SYAMILA, and I will be explaining the conclusion part. As my partner has explained the definition of grammar, syntax, the meaning, as well as the example, now I will conclude all of them. It can be seen based on the citation above that the use of grammar is very necessary as it rules how language operates. It helps to clarify the message that is being delivered to make a meaningful communication. It is a basic knowledge in the language study that emphasizes the idea as sentences can become ambiguous. By studying grammar and syntax and taking a deeper look in part of speech as well as syntactic category, we have learned the intricate details of English grammar system. Even though study of language in general tends to be seen as elusive for some people, but the comprehensive explanation of this study will lead us to communicate better and to avoid ambiguous interaction. So by this, we can have a more meaningful and in-depth conversation with people without creating a confusion in the interaction itself. That's it from me. Assalamualaikum.